What's up, guys? Iceman here. So first off, I'd like to thank you guys for your views and your likes, as my channel has been doing quite well so far, and it's only been in existence for like 2 months or something like that. And in addition to that, if you'd like to support me, I do have a Patreon page linked in the description of this video. Earlier today, I was browsing around on the internet and I came across this crazy story about a guy who ended up getting blinded by a bear and somehow he survived. In my opinion, being blind would be quite difficult, as a lot of pleasure in life is kind of reliant on sight, isn't it? So I really feel some sympathy for people who have to deal with crap like that. But what happened is this guy actually ended up writing an entire book on his situation. And here's a quick summary on it. His name is Dan Bigley, and the book is called Beyond the Bear. On July 14, 2003, I was wrapping up a stellar day of salmon fishing at Alaska's Russian River when, moments from the safety of the car, a grizzly came tearing around a corner in the trail so fast it had to dip its shoulder to make the turn. I barely had time for bear charging to register before the bear had me on the ground, dragged face down over rocks and roots, fingers locked around the back of my neck, elbows tucked in tight. I tried to play dead. Just when I thought the bear was done, it flipped me over and bit across my face. The person I'd been the first 25 years of my life died that instant. Upper nose, eyes, forehead anatomy unrecognizable, is how the medevac report put it. Weeks later, in an intensive care unit, I emerged from a drug-induced coma and into an alien body and even more alien world. I have vague memories of being told I was blind. After fighting for my life so hard, I didn't have the energy for a big emotional reaction. That would come later, and it would come in many different forms. Among all I lost was my new girlfriend. I'd been interested in her for about a year, and we finally connected the night before I was mauled. Blind and disfigured, with a long, painful journey of healing ahead of me, I was in no shape to be in a relationship. We came to the only logical conclusion we could come to set each other free. But could we? Beyond the Bear is many stories, a survival story among them. But in the aftermath of my mauling, dealing with the physical and emotional devastation, came the realization that letting myself become a bitter man had far more potential to ruin my life than being blinded by a bear. Wow, what do you guys think about the summary of this book? This just sounds terrifying. And I really admire this guy for seemingly coming out of it to some extent. That's quite a realization to have, the whole being bitter and maybe ruining your life over that. Because there are so many things that we can be bitter about. But what many of us perhaps lack is perspective. I know for myself, I can often make little things into big things, when the reality is, my life really isn't that bad at all. In fact, I probably have it quite good. It's just such a crazy battle that so many of us have to go through in different ways and forms. But what this guy went through just really seems to be next level. But nonetheless, check out his book if you want to. I don't know the guy, I never contacted him or anything, I just came across this story, and it looks like it really could be an interesting read. I think this is the first time I've heard of someone being completely blinded by a bear. It just seems like the scenarios are endless, but comment below your thoughts on these matters and like this video if you will, and subscribe to the page for more chilling tales from the Iceman.